and welcome to Ironsworn Solo Session 3. I did leave off last time on a little bit of an abrupt note. I apologize about that, but that's why I'm recording this the next day, so to try and jump straight back in and get us a resolution to this fucking journey that we can seem to do nothing but fail on. So where we left off last time, we were traveling between Mornland and Summersong, and Summersong is the residence of the Hunters, which is the organization to which we belong. We have been struggling on the quest. We were attacked by a wolf, which the whole point of this journey is for us to return our dead companion to the Hall of the Hunters, in order for her to rest eternal, to lay her to her rest. And we were attacked by a wolf, which stole the body of our companion. The wolf ended up being akin to a group of bandits who captured us after our attempts to persuade them or deceive them was failed horrifically. Of course it did. We then met a mystic named Sakar Vermin, who is infamous, cheery, greedy, and is dedicated to refuting a falsehood. And I feel like the falsehood he's trying to refute is definitely, the evilness of mystic, or mysticism, or magic, whatever you want to call it, right? We continued to fail on our journey. We got lost. We ended up in a small town named what was it called? What was this town called? The small town was called Springtide. They are led by an esteemed surgeon, who is definitely a mystic. It is small, barren, and exposed. It has a spring and a small outpost there, and it is troubled by being in league with the enemy, and obviously that means our enemy. So that means mystics. This is a town of mystics. This is a safe haven for those who wish to practice the magic arts, and us, a hunter, have come amongst them like a wolf among the sheep. So I can't imagine they're gonna be too happy with us, but we have Sakar, and we didn't betray him. We made him a vow to keep him safe, and we kept it. And I really feel like that's gonna. You know what? Actually, we're gonna start this. We helped him, right? We defended him in the ambush. He helped us escape. We kept our side of the deal. I'm feeling this is a new bond coming along to Sakar. And I feel like it kind of makes sense for him to help us here. So let's have a look at the Forge a Bond. When you spend a significant amount of time with a person or community, stand together to face hardships or make sacrifices for their cause. I would say we've spent time with them. Maybe not significant, but we have spent time with them. We definitely faced hardships together. This journey has been grueling. And I mean, we didn't kill them, right? Like, it seems like a rather simple sacrifice for their cause, but that's our entire philosophy. We didn't do it for him. So I think, yeah, all right. You can attempt to create a bond. So I'm going to do that. So I roll plus heart. Okay, so I can't re-roll because I didn't do it off this. Oh! I mean, It wasn't a vow that we marked, but I made a vow to not kill him. And I haven't. Look, hey, this might be me twisting the knife a little bit to suit my needs, but I'm taking that. We vowed not to plant a knife in his back, and we had an opportunity, we didn't do it. So, although we did try, so maybe not. I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna argue myself out of that. So I'm just gonna roll. I think it's enough that we can roll. So roll heart. No modifier. Hey! Okay, hell yeah. Alright, this is good. This is good. So on a strong hit, make a note of the bond. So let's go into our, we're doing it in here. So we have a bond. We have a bond to what is your name? How have I already forgotten? I've put it down here, didn't I? Yeah, Sakar. Sakar Vernon, a mystic. We helped escape. ... and didn't kill. All right, beauty, and we can move this up, right? We now have 4 bonds, even though one of them's dead. Still didn't look into whether I need to remove the bond for the dead person. I feel like I probably should, but you know, as on a strong hit, I get +1 spirit or +2 momentum. I'm gonna take +2 momentum, because that'll take us out of negative, which is good. But we got an opportunity on it, right? So if we go to the moves reference, no, the rules reference, and we look at matches, on a strong hit, the match represents a twist in the narrative, something interesting or a new opportunity. And honestly, I thought I was going to have to work for this, but what I think that opportunity represents is, so when we fade up and we see May, and she has the kind of rope harness she's fashioned, like draped over her shoulders and tied almost like a backpack. She's dragging the sled, which has Mira's body on it, and we see Sakar trudging alongside. I imagine he has. That's going to be really annoying. Sorry, there'll be a cut here. Okay. I imagine almost he looks like Dorian from Dragon Age Inquisition. More tanned skin, curly mustache, well-kept hair. And we both look worse for wear, right? Let's have a look. I am low on spirit, so my head is down. May's head is down. Her hair, which is normally like tied back tight, is kind of like fraying and let loose. She looks almost gaunt. The lack of supply is really starting to make its presence known. She was never a well-built person at the best of times, but now her cheeks look hollow, and she doesn't look well. She has her armor is grazed and cut. She looks like she might be getting sick. Yeah, she looks just dejected and kind of beaten down by her travels. And when we see them enter this town, and there's a look of realization on Sakaar, and he turns to May and he says, "You need to stay here. I Please, I have to go ahead. They'll kill you." And May bristles at that. Obviously, she, like, her hand goes to her new shadow dagger, and she says, "They'll try. I won't let them." And he says, "No, no, 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 please, please, May. They will kill you. This is a delicate situation. Please, let me go ahead. This is my town." I nod. Fine. Fine. I could do with the rest. I'll sit here. Don't leave me for dead. If you're not back by sundown, I enter the town anyway. So, the astute viewer, the viewer who pays the closest of attentions, will notice that this is not the same recording as the, 2 minutes you just watched. My computer died. I do apologize about the break here. My computer died and corrupted a bit of the recording. So I've basically, when we're doing editing, I'm gonna take it back to the most reasonable stopping point, which is where the basically the part you've just seen, where May has paused for a moment outside of the town of Springtide. In wait for our companion, Sakaar, I believe. The names are still filtering through to me. Sakaar, yeah, who is a mystic we helped escape, who we are now bonded to, and we didn't kill him. So I think what he's gonna help us here, right? And I'll kind of just jump straight back in now to where we were. That's why I apologize for the interruption. I apologize for this, but we're back. So I think we see May seated outside the town, and the day passes, and we see it get darker and darker and darker until out on the outskirts of town we see figures in the gloom. And I think one of these figures holds something up, and it illuminates, and it's a torch. And it casts this group walking towards us in this flickering torchlight. I think May she's relatively eagle-eyed, right? She's an archer, so she's good at noticing details from a distance. So she looks out and she sees one of these figures is Sakaar. Although he looks better than the last time we saw him, his hair and clothing is in much better repair. He looks like he's had a bath. He looks like he hasn't just been walking for the last however many days it's been, unlike we do, unlike May does. I think we see May put her hand. I think she reaches up and kind of grabs an arrow from her quiver, kind of holds it. I think she's probably done this earlier. So we see in one hand is an arrow, and then her other hand is resting on the hilt of the dead god's dagger. And as this group approaches, one of them holds their hand up. It's Sakaar, and he says, May. May, the weapons are unnecessary. They have agreed to help. We. He looks like hesitant, and one of the other ones speaks up, and he says, "We'll take your weapons, though." And I don't. I'm gonna roll because on one hand, these guys are my sworn enemies, right? I'm gonna ask the Oracle about because I don't really know what May decides, and I'm interested to find out. So on one hand, we are very tired, right? We are tired, we are hurt, we are dispirited. And Sakar is there, and he's already helped us once. On the other hand, these guys are mystics. Sakar has admitted that to us. But these people, these doom carriers, they could be the death of everyone and everything. And I don't know if May's willing to take that risk. So let's find out. I'm just gonna do it as like 50-50, straight up, either way. So high is we will relinquish our weapons. Low as we won't. Yeah. So I think all right. So yeah, I think May looks at Scar and shakes her head. No. No, I won't give my weapons to you. I won't enter this den of. Sounds disgusted. Not without my weapons at hand. And I think I'm going to make a secure an advantage roll. I'm pretty sure is what I'm looking at here. I'm going to close. These are all documents for my uni assignment. The earlier ones were. I didn't close them before for some reason. Okay. Move reference. There we go. So we're going to try and secure an advantage. And our advantage is we get to keep our weapons, right? Vision. So I think. Honestly, we're just straight up telling them it. So I think it's almost iron. It's just straightforwardness. Yeah, I mean, I think it's iron. I think we're literally just we're just telling them how it is. A weak hit. Okay. So on a weak hit, your advantage is short lived. Okay. Meaning I do get it, but maybe not all of it. So I gain plus momentum for the weak hit. So I think what happens is they kind of look me up and down, and they say, "We're taking your bow and your arrows. You can keep the dagger." And May nods. Fine. It's fine. And she starts like unstringing her bow, and she like gives them the unstrung bow and the quiver of arrows. She keeps the bowstring though, and her dagger. And then they say, "And that patch on your armor, cover it. Don't want to start mass hysteria." And I think Sakar maybe hands me a cloak. So I grab this cloak and May wraps it around herself. And we enter the town. So we are absolutely Trying to sojourn. Mechanically, this is what we're doing. We are spending time in a community seeking assistance. Roll plus heart. God. On a miss, you find no help here. Pay the price. Yeah, of course. Of course I don't. They're mystics. Why would mystics ever help me? Why would they ever help anyone? They're mystics. They are selfish and they live only to benefit themselves to the detriment of everyone around them. I should have known better. I should have. Ugh. And then we do have to pay the price, though. Let's roll. Let's roll, actually. So let's roll a d100, and we'll compare this to the pay the price table. Oops, /r d100 even. A 4. A person or community you trusted loses faith in you or acts against you. It's Sakar. I think, yeah, like we get led into the town, and I'm standing there, and I'm looking around, and I say, "Do you have somewhere for me to sleep, to rest?" And one of them turns and says, "No, you will not rest here." And I turn, May turn, she looks at Sakar and says, "Sakar, you said you would." And he shrugs and says, "May, your order has hunted us for generations. Ever since we proved our mystic talents or our aptitude for them, you have hunted us. So we will not help you. But I will allow you to leave. May, what I want you to do is take knowledge of this place, of Springtide. Take it back to your order of hunters. And if you dare fight someone who is willing and able to fight you back, instead of slaughtering helpless men, women, and children, then return here with everyone you have. We welcome it." And we leave. They hand us our bow, our arrows, and we leave with no more supply, with no more equipment, with no more anything than we started. This journey just... it might kill us. Should we find out? So, undertake a journey. Then, for each segment of your journey, roll plus wits. Oh! Oh! That is exactly what we needed. That is exactly what we needed. On a strong hit, you reach a waypoint. Mark progress. And we got an opportunity, and I'm gonna take that opportunity and mean it to be, we're gonna mark more progress. So we're gonna mark one more tick as well. So we're gonna advance twice. And because for me, it just makes so much narrative sense, and I love this idea. Um, I'm gonna try and reach my destination. I'm gonna take that risk and attempt to. Oh, what have I done here? That's better. And I'm gonna try and reach my destination. So let's journey to Summer Song. Let's try and get out of here. Awesome. Yes, I love it. So we see May walking dejected from the town, but we notice something different about her after leaving Springtide. Her back is straighter, her shoulders back, confident, and in her eyes burns a new passion, burns a new fury. And as she walks away, we see this ruin, this metal structure, the inscrutable iron of those who came before the firstborn. And May reaches out and she places her hand against it, palm flat, fingers outstretched, and she says, I swear by iron that I will return to Springtide, and I will kill every single person who calls it home. And she continues to walk. And she walks through the day and into the night with no sign of stopping, with no sign of slowing. Day breaks, and still she walks. No break, no pause. Only that new fury, that new determination. Until we see the village of Summersong on the horizon. So, we have sworn a new vow. I'm gonna mark. I actually forgot to mark progress a couple times there, so we're definitely gonna mark one for reaching Summer Song. I think one. I don't know if we marked one for escaping the bandits or not. I'm gonna say we did. Probably already mark it for escaping the bandits. I'm gonna be a bit cheeky and say that reaching Springtide was a milestone, and then now reaching Summer Song was another. And we're gonna swear a new vow, and this one's more difficult. This one I would say is extreme, and it's, I will return to the village of Springtide, and kill all who dwell there. Awesome. Hell yeah. There were two ways that journey was going to go. Like the Springtide part of that journey was going to go. And I did think it would be kind of cool to explore the other path that could have gone down, with May's beliefs in the hunters being shaken by a village of people who are using magic readily and not contracting the plague. But I like this as well. Instead of having her motivations and her beliefs questioned and challenged, she's had them reinforced. She believes in this more so than she ever did before. And I think that's kind of cool. I think that's yeah, awesome. So we're in Summer Song. I'm gonna try and complete that goal. I'm gonna try and complete the vow of returning. I swear to return my friend Mirror to the hunters to rest forever. So let's try it. Fulfill your vow. When you achieve what you believe to be the fulfillment of your vow, roll the challenge dice compared to the progress track. Awesome. And we got a strong hit on that as well. So, on a strong hit, your quest is complete. Mark experience. Awesome. So, it was a dangerous... Yep, it was a dangerous quest. So we're going to mark 2 experience. So we're up to 4. I'll clear this for now. Awesome. And I'm gonna... I don't know if I lose that when I lose a bond. But I've definitely... My bond is broken. 100%. A bond with Sakar broken. He betrayed my trust, as I should have known he would. All mystics, in the end, only act with self-interest at heart. I'll save that, and I'm just going to add some notes quickly to the world handout. Just going to scroll down and add to... we didn't actually add Springtide on here. So let's do that. So so 6 Springtide. Oops, helps if I can spell. Number 6, Springtide. So what did we know? What did we learn about Springtide from our roll? So Springtide... led by an esteemed surgeon. Oh shit! Sorry, I just punched the microphone then. Known for being small, barren, and exposed, which will certainly help us when we come back to burn the place to the ground. It has a spring and an outpost, and it is a haven for mystics who have now betrayed May's trust and have challenged the strength of the hunters. That they have. All right, cool. So, Summer Song. I have actually kind of a cool idea in my head for Summer Song. So that's the town we're in now. It is also the town that holds the headquarters of the hunters. So I put up world. Let me read you what we know about Summer Song. So Summer Song is led by a fraud. It is the location of the base for the hunters. It is contested, foul, and broken, consumed by a war between the influence of the hunters and the fraud that leads the town. It is left destitute and a shadow of its former self. It includes a hideout and a river ford, and it is troubled by a disastrous accident. And I feel like the disastrous accident, I said this last time, I thought the disastrous accident is the like outcome and fallout of this conflict that's been raging through the town between the hunters and the frauds even that claim to know all and claim to lead this town for brighter and better days, but from what we have seen they know little. And more recently there are rumors that the frauds seem to have uncanniness about them, mysticism about them. Whether that is true, or whether it is a thing the hunters are telling people to justify their conflict, I guess we'll find out. So we see May, bow strung over her shoulder, arrows in her quiver, pack heavy upon her back. We see her with the sled, with the canvas wrapped body of her friend Mira. She trudges through the town, through the ruined and abandoned buildings, until we come across a keep, a fortress. One of the few stone buildings I think we've seen. Most of what we've seen, especially the most rest of this town, is wood, is straw, is thatch, is mud. This is stone. Clear-cut stones. Strong, built to last. Built to house an order of hunters. We see May moving closer and closer until someone from the walls above call down, let me figure out what they call down, actually, because I haven't thought about that. Let's have a look here. I think he calls down, "Hunter, what is your song?" And May looks up and she says, "A swallow returning home." And from the wall, the voice calls, A swallow is always welcome in her nest. Come forward." And May does. And she walks and pulls Mira behind her. And we see, well, let's figure out who we see coming down the stairs from the keep walls. Kano Ikram. He is influential, wise, and doomed. He is a traveler and a rebel against power. Interesting. I actually like, in this context, a rebel against power to mean power as in, metaphysical power, not as in like socio-political power. Okay. We have Kano. He's a traveler, so he's not the leader of this place. He is another one of our brothers, another hunter. And I'm okay with that. I like that. I like the idea of us having a new hunter friend. Kano Hunter. Oh my god, stop. Hunter, another member of the Order of Hunters. And we see May smile, and she says, Kano, it is so good to finally see a friendly face. It has been too long. I heard you were north. I heard you were Haven bound last time. He nods. He says, I was. Sources are well informed. He smiles at her. A small sect of runaway mystics had found home in a town. They didn't tell the townspeople who they were or what they did. They did not leave off or stop practicing their mysticism. I entered the town, found who they were, and informed the healer of who they were, of what they were, of the doom they carried. And May looks at him. You killed them? He nods once. I did my duty, as we all do. But, and he looks behind her and seems to notice what she's bearing for the first time. And he shakes his head. Mira? May nods. I am afraid so. She perished upholding the values of our order. She died well. I am returning her to rest. He nods. Looks down. I understand. May she rest. Her job is done. Her hunt is over. And May kind of bows her head to that. That it is. Let me roll. I'm interested. So we have Kano now, who is another member of the Order. I'm interested to know who leads them. Who leads the Order? Should we find out? Who May's about to ask after? Vigo Shona. Vigo? What name is that? What sort of name is Vigo? Let's have a look. Vigo. Spanish. Generally masculine. Okay. Vigo, I guess. We have Vigo. So she looks at Kano and she says, Kano and Vigo, May and Mira. We're getting really like names for people who have to be like kind of close to each other. And that kind of kills me a bit. Sorry. We have Vigo. Vigo. I think I like Vigo more. Because that's almost like it's like vigorous. Vigo. So Vigo is insensitive, young, and attractive, an outcast who has been taken in by the Order, and they will seize power within Summersong. That makes sense. I like it. So May asks, Vigo, is he here? Is he around? And oh my god, their name Kano and Vigo, O's, May and Mira, M's. Kano nods. He is busy planning right now in the tower, but I'm sure he'd make time for you, Swallow. Okay. So, shit. Okay, unfortunately, that's where I'm gonna have to end. This is gonna be a short, very short, session of Ironsworn Solo. I'm sorry. I hope I have brought this to a conclusion, at least more so than the journey. At least we're basically ending. I think this is not a bad ending point because we are ending with our vow completed. We now have experience to spend, and I'll have a look at some assets and decide where we want to go there. But at the same time, we have this new quest opening before us. 2 new quests, actually. Whatever Vigo wants us to do in the town, because of course there'll be something to do in the town to help the hunters seize power. And then whatever we want to do to this town of mystics. Awesome. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have enjoyed it, this game and all the sessions of Ironsworn and RPGs that we do are streamed live on my channel, which will be in the description. So head down there, check us out. Easiest way to keep an eye on when we go live is just to follow the stream. You'll get notifications, and you can keep up to date with everything going on. Apart from that, I have a Discord. The Discord is linked somewhere around here. In the information, I think it is for the YouTube channel. I'll chuck a link in the description as well, and that you just get notifications when I go live. So it's another really good place to know when everything's happening. Until next time, thank you for watching. I'm really enjoying Ironsworn at the moment. I'm a little bit annoyed that my game time keeps getting cut off. By real life concerns. It sucks, right? Unfortunately, there's no real avoiding it. So yeah, I'm gonna go take care of what I need to take care of. I will be playing this again soon, so don't worry. The kind of cliffhanger of what Vigo wants us to do won't be left there for long. I will deal with it soon, I promise. But until then, peace.